They don't look like much, but these little bottles are likely way out of this pandemic. If and when COVID vaccines are approved, this is where they'll be made.
This actually contains the vaccine, does it?
But until we're saved by the science, the Prime Minister controlling the virus with a blunter tool, keeping us bottled up in a tiered regional lockdown, many people frustrated.
We can't afford to let it out of control again. So the tiering system is tough, but it's designed to be tough and to keep it under control. And I know that lots of people think that they are in the wrong tier, and I understand people's frustration.
But rules people think are unfair are tough to follow. This MP, whose constituents are moving into Tier 3, is worried about compliance.
You're less likely to have that if people think rules in that form shouldn't apply to them. So that's what really worries me about the system.
So you think that the government are being too strict, they're not applying enough common sense, and the public therefore will ignore the rules?
If people think the rules shouldn't be applied that strictly to them, they will try and find ways around them, and that would make the situation worse.
The situation could get worse for Boris Johnson too, as dozens of his own MPs weigh up whether to support the government or reject the new tiers.
The state of the economy when we come out of this will have a huge impact on people's lives, on their chances of finding a job, on their chances of getting what they want to get for their families and for themselves.
Sceptical MPs have been asking the government for weeks to publish an economic impact assessment. And tonight the government has done that, but it's a pretty thin document. Indeed, one MP leading the rebellion told me it was rather less substantial than they'd hoped for. So the big question is, will it win over enough rebels, or will Boris Johnson have to look to Labour to get these measures across the line? The PM hopes he'll have a remedy to quell rebellions pretty soon. But in the meantime, his tier's not going down well at all back in Westminster. Beth Rigby, Sky News.